Hey, what is up, everybody? So we just got some more news that came out from the Packers. If you want to stay up to date with all Packers news, I'm covering all of the moves today and throughout the rest of the week, so make sure you have the post notifications turned on. But here it came out from Tom Pelissero in the past hour or so, saying, source, former Packers defensive tackle TJ Slaton headed to the Bengals on a 2-year, $15.1 million deal. So Slaton was a guy I was wanting the Packers to bring back, and the reason being that he's a very good run defender. According to ESPN, he had the best run stop win rate among defensive tackles in the NFL last season. And so to see him going to Cincinnati, $15.1 million for 2 years, I feel like it's a pretty reasonable deal for a guy who is very good against the run. Now, he's not going to be someone who is, a full package when it comes to rushing the passer. He's definitely mainly a run stopper type defensive tackle. But for only $7 million a year, part of me, felt like maybe the Packers would bring him back if the number was something like that. But they decide to allow him to go to the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think when you look at the Packers defense in 2024, it was one of their better years in a long time when it came to, run stopping and when it came to just their ability to stop the run overall. It was one of the best years they've had in a very long time, and I do think that TJ Slaton was a big part of that. Clearly, when you have a guy who has the best run stop win rate among all defensive tackles, he was very solid for the Packers, at least when it came to run defense in 2024. And so now, where I think all of us already felt that the Packers should be adding on the D line, because when it came to edge rushers specifically and getting to the quarterback, that was definitely a big need. But now they're going to have a much bigger need at defensive tackle with TJ Slaton gone, because now you have, Kenny Clark, you have Devontae Wyatt still, but he dealt with some injuries. You have Colby Wooding, Carl Brooks. Kenny Clark wasn't really great last year, and so now to lose TJ Slaton, the Packers have a lot to do with their defensive line. So I'm hoping we see the Packers maybe go out and add defensive tackle, maybe find someone else, sign someone else out there. Or if not that, then I would assume that they're going to go heavy in the draft for the defensive line, because no doubt now with Slaton gone, they're going to have some holes there on the defensive line. And so far today, we've seen the Packers sign Aaron Brooks, the guard, which I just made a video on if you want to see my whole breakdown on that. Now they lose a defensive tackle. Up to this point, the only signing has been signing Aaron Banks. The Packers also expected to move on from Josh Myers, according to Bill Huber. So, for TJ Slaton, he was a guy that didn't play as many snaps as well in 2024, 39.2% of snaps in 2024. And when we look at the year prior with Joe Barry, 56% of snaps when he played nose tackle. And I saw that stat from Acme Packing Company, John Meerdink. So, some interesting information there that maybe, moving from Joe Barry to TJ Slaton, the Packers think that maybe Slaton isn't the best fit. Or if not that, the Bengals are probably willing to pay him more money. Because I assume if the Packers were willing to pay him more than the Bengals, that Slaton would probably have stayed in Green Bay, because seems like a solid teammate, and he was a guy that I enjoyed watching. Honestly, I was wanting him to come back to Green Bay just because of his run-stopping ability. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you want more Packers content, Packers news, make sure you turn on the notifications so you don't miss any Packers free agency news. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.